dos olhos meus e a luz dos olhos teus resolvem se encontrar. Ai, que bom que isso é, meu Deus, que frio que me dá o encontro desse olhar. Mas se a luz dos olhos teus resiste aos olhos meus só pra me provocar, meu amor, juro por Deus, me sinto incendiar. Meu amor, juro por Deus que a luz dos olhos meus já não pode esperar. Quero a luz dos olhos meus na luz dos olhos teus sem mais lararará. Pela luz dos olhos teus eu acho meu amor e só se pode achar que a luz dos olhos meus precisa se casar.
The Dream Part 2. Tommy was her adorable toddler, very nice and easygoing, but chubby and heavy as a toddler could be. Lily knew that well. She was her sister's best helper, taking care of Tommy when she needed some time alone with her husband or whatever. Lily was used to do her favors whenever Tabitha required it, as Lily was doing now by borrowing her own car. And she really didn't mind helping, she was happy to be useful. And Lily only uses her car to go to her practices, or at the weekend for the grocery and eventual brunch with friends. Thus, that week Lily was happily using the train to travel around. Lily was sitting at the window in the train on her way to her practice. She had her headphones, and she was listening to an audiobook about meditation practices, something that she started to do as a suggestion from Dr. Ackerman to improve the quality of her sleep. That's when something in her peripheric vision caught her attention. It was Jake. He was wearing a black suit and carrying a backpack, walking by the platform of the station where her train was passing by. She stood up in a jump to go after him, but it was too late. The doors were closed, and the train was slowly moving away. In a moment of despair, she yelled Jake, and to her surprise, he looked back. Then in a matter of seconds, she lost sight of him. Lily got out of the train in the next station and took one on the opposite side. She knew it was a long shot and thought to herself, it can't be my Jake, but she couldn't ignore that he was a real existing human being and not just a projection of her mind. At the next station, she looked for him everywhere and outside in the street. No sign of Jake. Her heart was aching with disappointment, but nothing could take her hope away after that day. She was seeing the love of her life once again, and this time for real. It was possible. The feeling she had for him just came back with full power, as if a barrier was broken down and Lily felt her whole body to be filled with that crystalline water. She got home and called Tabitha immediately. "Tab, you won't believe what happened today," she said with excitement in her voice. "Tell me, sis, what's making you that happy today?" Tabitha answered with an amusement tone. "Jake is real, I saw him," Lily said. Tabitha's voice changed immediately, and she said, "Do I need to call Ackerman?" Lily laughed, barely holding her emotion, and told her what happened. Tabitha then gave her a 10-minute lecture about her being delusional and that, if there was a man who looks like Jake, it means she saw him somewhere before and her inconscient just randomly projected the image in a dream. Lily's joy immediately abandoned her, as if someone flushed it as you do in the toilet. She decided to believe in her sister's version and tried not to entertain her thoughts about Jake, but she couldn't stop thinking about him. She could have projected the face, but how would she know his name? He looked at her when Lily called, after all. So that thought started gaining strength, day by day, while Lily was getting obsessed about finding Jake, and she decided to solve that matter and give herself some peace. Her solution was to go to the same train station daily, at the approximately same time she saw him, and wait for him to show up. Her hope was growing stronger and stronger every time she was on her way to the station, but every time he didn't come, her disappointment made her sad and apathic. Lily spent more and more time in that station, and after a while, she wasn't only spending time in the station but also looking all around over and over, trying to at least have a glance of Jake. There was nothing. Every night, before going to bed, she prayed for God to find her path to him again, or to have the bless of mercy, and forget that Jake exists. Finally, one day she called her mother, crying, and told her what she was going through. Her mom decided to spend some time in her house, baking cookies, brushing her hair, and all these little things she used to do when the girls were kids. She managed to make Lily feel better and, at the same time, Tabitha used the opportunity to convince her to start taking consultations with the psychiatrist currently. That was going to put Lily back on track again, they believed. Once Lily started her treatment, she decided to take that Jake insanity out of her mind and just come back to her happy, simple life from before. She was a grown-up woman and had to be capable of letting go that situation. She just had to really try hard. While the time was passing by, her treatment started to have a positive effect, not just because of the drugs, but she felt better about sharing her feelings with someone. So, Lily started to do therapy with a very lovable psychologist that Joseph indicated, Dr. Wong. And because of Dr. Wong's suggestion, she started yoga every morning and doing painting classes twice a week to help her to get to know new people with similar interests and to have some fun making friends. One day, after a couple months of treatment, Dr. Ackerman asked Lily to come to his office to speak whenever she could. She passed by on the same day, since Lily was off, and it was a beautiful summer day to drive her convertible Beetle around. She was feeling good that day, so she was wearing a happy and beautiful dress with a floral print to match her vibe. When she got there, Dr. Ackerman had a disturbed expression on his face that made her concerned. He asked her to sit down, and Lily attended. "Lily, unfortunately, I will have to transfer you to a different doctor. I have a good friend to refer to you, very professional, and I can make him aware of your case so it will be easier for you," Dr. Ackerman said, very seriously. "What happened? Is everything okay?" Lily asked, confused. The doctor took a deep breath, looked her in the eyes, and said, "I am having some confused feelings for you, and it would be inappropriate to continue treating you." Lily understood immediately. He was about 10 years older than her, seemed to be a good man, but she never thought about him this way. He was her doctor. Thus, she told him that was understandable and left his office. While driving home, she called Tabitha to tell her what had just happened. And to her surprise, Tabitha was happy about it. "Oh sis, he is a good man, a doctor with a solid career. He is very honest and kind, and has always taken such good care of you. Why don't you give him a shot?" Tabitha said. Of course he isn't perfect, but no one is, and sometimes, when you expect too much of a partner, the expectations are unreal. And with all respect, darling, in your case that's literal. Think about it, at least Dr. Ackerman is here, right in front of you. That's better than love in your imagination.
Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Check out our website to read more tales. www.foresttales.com